Hello, this is MC here, and welcome back to the Badge Patron server. Currently, still down in my village. I thought I'd go for a new look anyway. To just go for the boots, so you can see my glorious manly hairy chest, and my lovely suit, done by Poppy. Go back to normal view. This episode, well, last time we did the stables, and I showed off my new build location. Today, I wanted to make a start on bone mealing everything. Bone meal the world. Put the plants down and some flowers. On my last video, Lady Random had put on about the flowers, and in my P.O. box today, I found some roses, lilac, sunflower, and peony. So I think they're from Lady. Thank you very much, Lady. If they're not from Lady, thank you very much to whoever else put them in my P.O. box. I have some bone meal, some trees to go in. Some of them are marked out like here, I want a tree. Some of them are going to be a little bit more random and think, yeah, I can whack a tree in there and see how it goes. I'm planning to have a bit of a talky episode today. There's a few little things I want to talk about. Things that are going on, here and there, whether they're with me or things that affect me. And I feel like having a talky episode. As some of you already know anyway, I sometimes do struggle a little bit to keep long conversations going for a long time. So I might put little clips, break up here and there, if my train of thought happens to get away from me. I know the first one, I'm not too sure how to bring it up. There's been a bereavement in the family. Happened yesterday for me. Recording this on Sunday. This happened on Saturday the 9th. It was my grandma's partner. My grandma got divorced from my granddad. Poor. In the early 1970s. And are you gonna... Oh, that's a little diddy one. Yeah, they got divorced in the early 70s, and my grandma met someone new only about 10 years ago. And unfortunately, he got diagnosed just after Christmas. I'm just putting these lights in as well as I go, just around the trees. Unfortunately, got diagnosed with bowel cancer. He first started having troubles. I don't know the full story, but I believe it was about November. Please be no lava there. That's going to satellite quickly. I think that should be far enough away if I put that there. We'll find out, and you could do with one here. And I need to get rid of some of my junk. My junk is everywhere. You. And you. And I don't need the strength or that fire resist on me. I think if we first started having trouble about in November last year. And bowel cancer, unfortunately, it's one of those ones that even when you first start to get a few symptoms, you've got to be quick. You've got to be so quick with it. Because once you start to get, proper symptoms, it's generally too late. Which unfortunately, for Trevor, it was. So I didn't want to give his name away. I think probably might have heard that. Yeah, so he passed away yesterday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So difficult. He's been my grandma after splitting with my granddad. I don't want to use the word boyfriend, because I think boyfriend just makes it sound not, especially when you're 84. It doesn't quite sound the same as, partner. Yeah, my grandma hadn't met anyone. No one was almost like good enough to live up to my granddad, even though they were split. So yeah, he was in... Are you not gonna grow? There should be enough room for a birch one. Yeah, he had started... Why? Why won't you grow? Or a bit more accommodating. There we go. Just being an awkward bugger. Yeah, he had started the chemo. Oh. Look at that there. But had a really bad reaction to it. So stopped it. And I could see, obviously I'm not in that position, but if, like, it was too late by then. Even the chemo, it was all, would be an attempt to slow everything down. But, yeah, there couldn't, you wouldn't be right again. And with the chemo having such a bad reaction, you decided that would rather have your remaining days still in discomfort and pain, but not as bad as what the chemo is. But I've never done chemo, but I've actually had another relative who's just went through it recently and come out fine on the other side. Chemo is not nice. And I could understand if you're terminal. Yeah. Have a better 6 months or have a hellish year. Which is better? So yeah, it was a real shock. We knew Trevor was bad. But not... I think quite a few of us thought that we were still talking like about months. Not talking about, yeah, you got a pneumonia, which when the body is struggling anyway to look after itself. Pneumonia is just something, yeah, very quick. See how this looks. What I'm planning to do first is do all my bone meal and bone meal and trees, and then put in the... So now I'm going to do this little bit first, and then put in the plants after the flowers afterwards, and see how they look. See, I know yesterday I don't think I mentioned it to anyone that was on the server or anyone I was talking to at Mumble. It's like one of those things, it's a bit hard to process. Like, yeah, it's like when you're talking to people on Mumble, it's hard to like, oh yeah, someone's just died, you know? So I didn't say anything. And I thought I wanted to, like, talk about it today. How are you? I think I'm going to have a dark spot. Oh no, can I put one there? No, can I put one there? Yes. I think I'm going to have a dark spot there if I'm not careful. Do it. Knock you out. I would rather have far more jack-o'-lanterns than needed than have the risk of monsters spawning down here. I'm looking at the light level. Block, block. Block, block, block. I think all of this looks good. See, at the moment there isn't any plans. It's too early yet for know when the funeral will be. I spoke to my grandma for quite a while this morning. Didn't initially phone yesterday. As well, me and my sister lives abroad. Thought it was maybe a little bit too, what was the word, too raw with everything going on. I've never had my nana, my great grandma, passed away when I was 15. But luckily in the family, everyone else is still here. Well, from my mum's side. From my dad's side, they passed away quite early. Well, I knew my gran up until 14, maybe. I don't know. And then my granddad on that side. I think I was about 8. Anyway. That was number 1. Such a happy subject. This start an episode on. Just something I wanted to talk about. So yeah, no plans for when the funeral is. I assume his daughter, I believe, is having lead on that. So that'll be getting organised and I'll be going to that at some point. Something on a utterly unrelated to that at all, but I wanted to get that bit out the way first. Yep, so forget about that. Next thing on the list, I actually do have a list, is weight loss. I've mentioned to a few times too, I think to Poppy, I think once to Random, every now and then, I have been trying to lose weight. Oh, not there. And it is maybe losing weight, it's not, can be a little bit personal. You don't really like to say to people you're fat or overweight. Yeah, back in back in December last year. So I'm just seeing how this looks and whether to put. Should I have a twig here? I don't know if there's room. Could I? No. Would I be able to fit that in or not? Ah, yes. Perfect. Yeah, back in about December. November. Mid-November. I always, if my granddad has regular hospital appointments, as he has a whole host of medical problems. Not quite, bit like myself really. I'm quite know my way around the hospital, like the back of my hand. So I'm always my granddad's taxi driver when it comes to anything. Oh, is that dark? Just in case, I'm going to put torches along there. See, I was helping him. He was going in to get like a mole removed. And I'm helping him. Basically, the nurses, he had to get changed into a gown. And it was like my granddad's in a wheelchair, can hardly move. And the nurses made it very clear that they did not want to do it. So it's like, okay, come on, Granddad, we're both men, just, give your hand and get on with it. And as I'm giving him a hand, he's in the wheelchair, I'm bent over, and there's like a mirror on the other side of the room. And do you ever catch yourself? I caught a glimpse of myself with a double chin, bent over, and it was like, oh my God, what have I done to myself? I've been overweight for quite a while. Ever since I was a child, I've always had that little bit of extra, what they would call puppy fat. A nice way of saying that you're fat, basically. It's to not make you feel as bad. So I decided to, because earlier last year, I quit smoking. I smoked since I was about 14, since I was at school. Because it's what you did when you were bullied at school. You tried to fit in. And if that meant smoking, well, you started smoking. Good old peer pressure and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, wanted to lose weight. And I thought, I'm going to have to do something. So in December, of all months to start losing weight, I thought, I'm just going to do it. So I started counting calories. at first, when you look at most diet stuff, average intake is at 2,000 calories. I know it varies a bit between men and women. And for a diet wise, they normally recommend something like about 1,800 calories, so 200 calories less per day than what your body should use. And after talking to my doctor, I cut mine down on an average of 800 to 1,000 calories a day. Because bearing in mind, I'm disabled, and in terms of a sedentary lifestyle, it's like I don't exercise. I stay at home. When it comes to burning energy, I don't do very much at all. Oh, I think I wanted to finish that way and I've ended up doing it on this bit. So I cut my calories down, yeah. I used to be, I don't know how personal details, yeah, bugger it. I used to be a 44-inch waist back at the start of December. I've had to buy since then, quite a few times now, I've had to go and buy new clothes, especially jeans, because I've lost so much weight. On Wednesday, I bought a pair of 34-inch waist jeans. So I've gone down 10 inches in waist size. And even then, these, I've got them on at the moment, they're not exactly snug. There's still room there. I just thought that was amazing. It's nice. I've lost just over 2.5 stone. It's good to see it on the scales. It's something better when you actually see it on clothes. The thought of getting in a 34-inch jeans. It just, yeah. I don't think I've been a 34-inch since maybe my late teens, early 20s, when I used to do a lot of bodybuilding and a lot of gym, and I used to work 50 hours a week, and yeah, I was quite buff back then and had quite a slim waist. So major achievement for me. Really happy with that. I'm still hoping for, like, Minecon wise, I might be able to get down to a 32. Don't know. I decided, well, it probably maybe does link into a bit to Trevor somehow. It's like even though I'm only 34, life can quickly, without you realising, can catch up to you. And ever since I first started having health problems, I put a lot of my life on hold, kind of thing. And it was only about 2 years ago that I decided that it like dawned on me, I'm not going to have the life I used to have before. I'm sat here in my flat, and life is passing me by. And I'm going to have to do something about it. Otherwise, I'm going to get older and older, and I'm going to have no one. Because I've waited too long. So I decided to start doing something about it. Like the quitting smoking, like the multiplayer Minecraft servers to meet people. To then start to lose weight. Feels quite good. Hopefully, I'm slowly getting there. It's quite difficult rebuilding a life. And I've sometimes said before, I think I covered a little bit in one of my episodes when I was saying about having health problems and being disabled. One thing was a lot of the friends I had. Basically, because as you get older and... Oh, it did go. Have you destroyed... No, that's fine, I think. Yeah. As you were just at the age where friends are starting to, either have girlfriends or meet girlfriends, starting to maybe get engaged, get kids, and very slowly lost contact with all of them. So in terms of like getting out and friends, it's people on the server. That's it. I had very little social contact with anyone for quite a long time. I think it was about 7 years. Anyway, I've certainly gone off on a tangent. I had a big slime fall down there. And then I'm going to collect my thoughts a little bit. And just do this little bit and see how this looks like. Right, I've got this little bit, this section on here done. I thought now, rather than moving on to the next... Oh, and I've got all the pumpkin lighting, not lightning, in. All I need to do now... Well, I need some lights at some point. Nice little street lights, and I haven't come up with a new design. But I thought now, while I'll touch the last subject I want to talk about, and a more happier subject. Woohoo! As I put my arms up in the air, and of course you can't see that, to end the episode off, I wanted to do a few of these big bugger flowers, which I'm not too sure where to put like a bit. Now, which way are you going to point? Ah, right, so you're pointing that way. So, got there. Last subject, and it's the one that I have been watching, the Minecraft. Oh, this looks quite dark. Oh no, 8. No, it's okay. I have been watching Good's Twitter, Minecraft Twitter, basically anything to do with Minecraft at all, for the Minecraft party. Good had said that they were going to have one, but there was like no indication of when. And I think I've talked about this once before, that it looked like it was then going to definitely be on the Friday night before. And there's like just waiting. Every morning getting up, looking through the Twitter, looking through the Reddit feed. Have the tickets gone on sale yet? Have there been any mention of... I'm going to put that. No, it's pointing the wrong way. That, I think. Has there been any mention of when they've gone up? They finally went up for the Namco Arena. I have no idea where that is. I think I've said before, I've never been to London before, so I was able to get tickets for that as well. I think I booked within about the first 2 minutes of Good tweeting it out before his video was even finished. And it's like, okay, I was odd number like 70-ish or something like that. I was like, ordered it, paid the money, got the t-shirt as well. Little bit of prices, like 45 quid all in. 30 quid for the ticket, 15 quid for the t-shirt. But I thought, I'm already spending a small fortune on getting there. What's an extra 15 quid for the t-shirt? You know, it's not that much when you think about it that way. So I got that as well. Yeah, looking forward to that. I would have been, I think, if I somehow wasn't able to get tickets for that, but to actually be in London, to be there and that party is going on and I couldn't go, I think I would be rather annoyed. Either with myself for not ordering for whatever reason, or... yeah. I think that's there. So I really cannot wait for that. They still mentioned, though, Good said about maybe having a meal again. But that would be on a separate night. I'm still hoping, if that goes ahead, I think I'm going to put a big bugger there. I want a lot of flowers down here. But, tulips. I don't want I want a small variety of flowers. So I don't think I'm going to put any tulips. This selection I've got seems to work. So you can see there's a lot of flowers, but it's not too over the top. And I'm hoping it looks quite natural. Oh, and break the grass in front of the door, of course. Because if that was generally being used, there wouldn't be any grass there. There we go. See, if there's a meal, you never know, that might be for the Sunday night or Monday night, which I'm there as well, which I would very much look forward to going. Anyway, I'm certainly starting to ramble now. This is going to take me a little while to get this done. It's a little bit, it took me about an hour and a half, that bit between the clips. It's quite slow going, placing all the jack-o'-lanterns down and making sure you've got the light right. And then when you get big bugger trees like this, which thankfully they don't destroy blocks next to it now, but it did grow all the leaves into this bit in there, so I had to get and chop that down. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it here for this episode. Leaving a high, starting a bit of a low, but that's life. You get past these things. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.